Right, you guys, make sure you like this video and subscribe to Mike's, okay? Make sure. If you don't subscribe to Mike, you're gonna have a fat forehead and a big hairline.
Boom, I'm with the guy Max inside. Subscribe to him, make sure you do still. Best content coming out. You know how it is.
Hello and welcome back to another video, people. Welcome back to the YouTube channel. Make sure you're smashing the likes and subscribing if you are new. And I guess this is positive news when it comes to West Ham United, but it's probably going to be the biggest positive piece of news that we're going to get, to be fair, because we're not getting anything else anytime soon. But Lucas Paqueta has allegedly been found innocent by the FA because the FA, big frauds, big frauds. When it comes to Lucas Paqueta, the case that's been going on, obviously it's been going on for a very long time, but I'm going to break down in this video why I've always found him innocent and the reason why the case was so stupid in the first place was because the allegations actually changed. I remember what the narrative was beforehand, and I remember what the narrative, what they tried to put out was. So if I was to look up Lucas Paqueta anyway, apparently according to Time Sport, he's set to be cleared of FA spot fixing charges. That is the actual charge that he's been messed up with. And to be fair, I want to chat about this as well. Like, here's the thing when it comes to footballers and just famous people in general. When you get charged with anything, no matter what it is, no matter whether it's true or not, or whether you're accused of the charge and you're not even found guilty yet, you unfortunately have a career that's just been ruined right there. Because the reason why is the fact of there's always going to be some form of stigma, and people will either refuse to believe that you're innocent when you are innocent, or even if you are innocent, people are just going to put it on you anyway for the sake of putting it on you. That is the case with life when you're found innocent and being accused of something that you didn't do. And as for the other end, if you did do it, then you deserve all the hate. But with this one, I remember when the charges first came out. Yeah, I remember the exact time. It was, I think, West Ham. We ended up giving up on the signing of Harry Maguire, and Lucas Paqueta was going to move to Manchester City. It was looking quite likely, and then all of a sudden the deal collapsed, and I was like, yes, the deal collapsed. Don't know what happened. Don't care. Let's go into the season with Lucas Paqueta. Let's go and try and sign. I guess I can't remember who we were linked to at the time. I think we were. I can't remember whether the links could have started then or not, but that was the gas at the time, and we were all very confused. An hour later, or not even an hour later, I go on my phone and I'm like, Lucas Paqueta, betting charges and all this, and I'm like, what? Are you being serious? Are you being serious? And then we're trying to figure out what the allegation is. But originally the allegation was his parents or his family betting on him in Brazilian games. That was the original allegation. Then they tried to peddle out, like 6 months later, that actually they tried to put something of, Paqueta was trying to get yellow cards on purpose in these specific games. I remember what the Athletic did. Where, well, I don't think it was them specifically that was accusing him, but they put it out of what the FA was saying. They were talking about these specific games, these specific situations where he got a yellow card, and they're looking into it to see if he done it on purpose because maybe he was betting on himself to get a yellow card. Now, here's where that allegation was like done out before it was even done out. Because when Lucas Paqueta was charged, it was a week after, or no, sorry, not charged, first accused of this thing. It was a week after West Ham faced Bournemouth on the first game of the season in the 23-24 season. The year after a couple months after we won the Conference League. We drew 1-1, and we thought Paqueta was gone by then against Manchester City. That is the week where it led up to everything. We thought that was his last game for us. And in fact, fun fact, he was meant to be taken off at like 60th minute, and then David Moyes kept him on, but he didn't complain because he didn't want to get injured ahead of the Manchester City move. That's the truth. Obviously, he got taken off for Tilo Kehrer later on. I was actually very confused why he was taken off at the time. I was like, how are you taking this guy off? He's been the best player on the pitch, but that was obviously why. So we drew a Bournemouth 1-1, and then that accusation all came out. But the problem that is leading to the allegation is they tried using that Bournemouth game as one of the games that he'd so-called tried getting a yellow card in, which doesn't make any sense because he must have known that he was going to be like accused around that time already. Why could you accuse a guy of getting a so-called purpose yellow card a week before his allegation came out? What are we all stupid and thinking that he didn't know he was going to be accused like a week before he actually did get accused? That's very stupid. That's very, very stupid. Let's be real here. That is very stupid. And to be honest, I don't know where that logic comes from. I don't know where that logic comes from. Like for me, I just think that this was pinned on him and the narrative just kept going and going and going. And they tried to make him guilty, like, I don't know, like a Tonali or Tony, or I'm trying to think who else has been. I want to say Trippy and Sturridge have been accused in the past of betting. I don't know whether they were found guilty or not. I don't exactly remember the situations. But this was just pinned on him. And then the FA have tried to get some money out of us, out of him. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. And the FA can't chat now. Apparently, Paqueta's people and the football club, of course, are going to look into legal action against the FA and try and get some money out of that. You know what David Sullivan's like. He loves a bit of money. But the FA really tried it, innit? They really tried to put it on him. And the problem is now, going back to his career is kind of fucked now. Because now he's just linked with a move to Brazil. He wants to leave this chapter behind, I'm pretty sure. Like, this move has caused him nothing but stress. And not even won a trophy, but literally after that, all your family been put through a false allegation. And to be fair, his family like it in London. They even liked it in London. They even put out that they liked it in London as he was supposedly about to move to Manchester. I don't think his family wanted to move to Manchester, funny enough, but I think if Pakistan did move to Man City, I think they'd understand. I think they would have understood at the time. But to be fair, at least that's like something they can get off their back. Their whole family can get off their back now. Like Brazilian media have always put out that Paqueta was innocent. They've maintained this throughout the whole case and served the club. They've maintained his innocence because we have not seen any visual proof or any form of proof for Lucas Paqueta to be accused like this. There has been no form of proof. So let's be fair to the guy. This was a load of bullshit. So hopefully it comes out officially by the club and the club can put out a statement. But for me, I always knew he was innocent. Like, don't get me wrong, there's a clip of me cussing him saying he's definitely guilty the way he's playing. But that's a joke. There's a difference. I never actually thought the guy was guilty. And I'm glad it's all come out now. So, like, he can't really get his move to Manchester City anymore. Because at the time, we would have got the 85 million release clause, I'm pretty sure. And I don't know whether we would have got a player in a trade-off with whether it would have been Palmer or McAtee, because that was the links at the time. Regardless, people could be like, oh, what if we got Cole Palmer? We would have ruined the guy. Like it would have been the Cole Palmer you're seeing at Chelsea that's being coached by Maresca. We would have had Cole Palmer under Moyes and Lopetegui. So you weren't exactly going to see the same player. Or James McAtee would have died here as well. We were linked with both players because before Chelsea got Palmer, the three teams that were linked with Palmer was West Ham, Burnley, and Brighton, because Company knew about him. Brighton, obviously, that's a Brighton player if you've ever seen one. And West Ham wanted some form of player in a trade offer. In fact, David Sullivan wanted 85 million and Cole Palmer. When you look back at that now, it's fucking stupid. But like that's football for you. Football ages and doesn't age well. So that could be a what if. I haven't done a what if for West Ham thing in a while, so I might have to run that back. But we might run that back in the future. Make sure to leave a like on the video. Make sure to subscribe if you're new. Social medias are in the description if you want to follow me and email for the inquiries. I'll see you guys later. Take care and peace.